In a way, the reader has redesigned the Indian Express. This was the start of a conversation about a year ago when we realized that in our weekly reviews, when we were looking at data as to, sort of who reads us, where do they read us, and what do they read, we found that they were telling us something. The readers were telling us a very, very interesting message, which was that they were reading some of the same things that we believe are very strongly, uniquely Indian Express. First, they were reading a lot of our long-form field stories, which is original reporting. They were reading stories that we had and no one else did. They were reading stories which a newsroom can do, but not an individual with a TV camera. They were reading some of our best long worked on, reported on investigative projects. And then one of the most popular sections was the explanatory journalism. We know that every Express reader is a reader. They read books, they read great subtitles in films, they read more than just what we all doom scroll. And they were telling us that in the morning, they need a newspaper that they can hold in their hands, and I'll come to that later, or an e-paper which has this stuff. So the first principle of the redesign was, can we get them more of that stuff, the best of the Indian Express? And second, in a way that it is much, much easier for them to read. So if you look at the new paper, you will see that we showcase the special stuff on each section. So like on page 1, you have the main story, which is a special story. And similarly, you will find that in every section. The second part of the conversation that guided the redesign was the conversation that takes place outside the newsroom. The last time we did this was in 2014. That is just when social media was not so big as it is now. And we felt that there's a huge section of readers who want to hold the paper in their hands. But much, much more importantly, they're looking for a curated news journalism product where more than 50 editors working every night, many of them have worked here for decades, they put the paper to bed with a clear navigational tool of what is that you need to know. One of the many things that makes the Indian Express reader very special is that they like to listen, more so to people who disagree with them. And to respond to that, what we did was we sat down with our editorial page and with our ideas page. And we just rebuilt it. We rebuilt it to have a lot more rooms in those pages. If you look at the old paper, it had just 2 pieces on one page and about 2.5 pieces on the other page. Now we have as many as 7 pieces. And we said we need to do this because this is what our reader, what good readers of journalism they want. They want to listen to people who have a different take on some of the things that really move them. So like if you see these 2 pages now, you have a main piece on both the pages, and then you have a lot more rooms on the same page. So while you have the Express editorial, which is where we take a firm stand, we have many more spaces here to bring more voices into the paper. So I think both these conversations have worked together to shape the redesign of the paper. You will see in the coming days and weeks a lot more sections, a lot more new things in the paper. I'm not going to spoil the fun, but the journey has just started for a newspaper that is meant for the reader who knows the news but needs good journalism every morning.